everybody. Welcome to my at-home Zen Den, my oasis away from intent. I hope you all are well, staying healthy and well. Today's class is going to be deep stretch, very easy, full body. If you want a prop, you can grab a pillow and a blanket or a towel for a strap if you don't have a strap. If you have a strap, you can use your strap, obviously. But just those two props for lifting and just assisting you into these poses. If you like at the end of class to have an eye pillow or a rag that you've coated in your own favorite scent of essential oil, feel free. Okay. We're going to begin very quick and easy. Stack your left hand on top of your heart, your right hand to your belly, settling onto your back, remaining seated, whatever feels most comforting to you. Just close your eyes. Allow the belly to be soft. Just nice, natural inhales and exhales here. Just taking a moment to change the nervous system, slow it down, begin to move inwards. See if you can slow and lengthen the breath. And if that poses a challenge, perhaps that means you feel a little bit tight across your chest, either physically, maybe you feel a bit anxious or stressed with everything that's going on, so that can manifest with a faster rate in your breath. And now that we've been here for a moment, I want you to tune into all the physical sensations you have going on here, whether you would categorize them as good or bad. Maybe you notice that your left side feels heavier or tighter than your right. Maybe you sense that you are holding stress, tension, anything on the more emotional side, manifesting physically. Maybe you feel it in your shoulders, to the top, into the sides of the neck, maybe even into your jaw, clenching your teeth. So just where overall in our bodies today, we need some extra TLC and love. And perhaps where in your body you just need to leave alone. Take it easy. Dropping in a little deeper, moving inwards. Next, focusing to your mind. What's playing on the screen in your mind? So the rest of the week, life is still going on. You've got things to do, deadlines to meet. A little chaos. If the kids are home, everybody's home, all on top of each other. Maybe it's something you're dealing with in your personal life, outside of all of what's going on globally. Your loved ones, you're concerned for, whatever it may be. If it's outside of this space, so wherever you're at, if it's outside of this practice, so this present moment that we're in, I want you to leave it at the door. Maybe you mentally set it in your mailbox. Wherever you can mentally set that down, let it go. Let go of the outside world. Allow yourself to move in a little deeper. And at this time, if you'd like to set a resolve, whether it be an intention, a dedication to someone or something you want to send your energy to, a mantra, prayer, whatever your thing is, I want you to draw that forward into your mind. So just begin to envision whatever it may be and quietly repeat it to yourself 3 times. Just in general, having that faith that whatever is for your highest good will come to you. And perhaps whatever you set in place for your practice will come to fruition. Throughout the class, if you notice that you're becoming distracted, the mind is wandering, I want you to come back to your breath. So that inhale and exhale can come back to my voice, or you can come back to your resolve, whatever feels most tangible for you to grab a hold of mentally, allowing that to lead and guide you back into your space, onto your mat, or wherever you're on, just back into the here and now. If you closed your eyes, you can begin to gently flutter them open. We are going to come into a seated position. We're going to come in for butterfly. So you're going to bring the soles of your feet together, knees to knock open. If you're not very familiar with this stretch, I would recommend starting with a 90-degree bend to your knees, so looking for that diamond shape. If you are familiar, you can draw them in however you need. Take a moment, check out the hips, make sure there's not too much compression, there's no pain in your knees. If there is, you can use those props, the pillow underneath the knee to help lift and provide support. To take this deeper, you can either grab your ankles, draw your heels in, remove the flesh, so leaning to one side and the other, just so that your sit bones are in contact with the mat or the floor. Or you can take your hands behind your back, scoot your butt forward, little cheat that naturally removes the flesh. For some of you, this will be enough in your hips. It'll be enough for your knees. It'll be enough of a stretch. But if you would like more, shoulders are over your hips wherever you're at. On your next inhale, you're gonna get nice and tall. Crown is reaching for the ceiling. As you exhale, gently melting the heart forward, keeping that nice length through the spine, shoulders away from the ears. Just really seeking out that sweet spot. For some of you, you're gonna begin to press into yourself. So if you wanna manually assist yourself, you can grab your ankles with your hands, gently drawing the chest down and forward. You can wrap your peace fingers to the big toes, same thing. Just make sure there's a light bend in your elbows. We don't want to stress and strain the shoulders. Maybe once you find your sweet spot, you relax your neck, your head becomes heavy. With every inhale, you think of where in the body you can grow. So growing a little taller, lengthening. And on every exhale, taking any space that we've created. So just diving a little deeper, only if it's accessible. We're more than halfway there. I'd say about 30 more seconds here, so 3 slow, steady rounds of breath. Last inhale. Last exhale. See how deeply you can take this safely and comfortably in your body. So don't force it. On your next inhale, plant your palms to the mat or the floor. Begin to support your chest. Your neck stays relaxed. Slowly begin to walk your hands back towards your body. It should take you about 30 seconds to exit these poses because of the duration in which we hold them. So pause when your body needs. And then once you feel as though your shoulders are back over your hips, you can lift your chin away from your chest, returning your gaze forward. Shake it out a little. Take a couple rounds of windshield wipers, so feet to the mat, wider than your hips. Hands behind your back, just supporting your chest. Drop them to the left, and then drop your knees towards the right. Allow the opposite hip to lift. We'll take 2 more full cycles, left and right side. Okay. So next we're going to come into a child's pose. You're going to begin to warm into the sides of your body. You get to choose whether it's a narrow leg child's pose or wide leg. Either way, you're going to start with your big toes together, so they're touching. Your knees will be together if you want to go with the narrow leg variation. That'll provide support for your chest, the thighs together. If you want to stretch the front side of your chest a little bit more, take your knees wider than your hips. So wherever you're at, your bum is back towards your heels, melting the chest over the thighs, or melting the chest between the thighs. Arms are overhead. Maybe your forehead comes to the mat or the floor, maybe not. If that's the case, prop it up with that pillow or your blanket, towel, whatever you have. While we're in center here, if you want to activate your arms and your shoulders, you can tent your fingers. So bringing your fingertips to the mat, the palms are lifted. Or if you want to take it a little deeper through your hips, you can press your palms into the mat, trying to send your bum further back towards your heels. Or you can just relax. Now we're going to begin to slowly walk our hands towards our left. We're actually focusing on the outside of the body, so the right side of the body. If you need to stack your left lung to your left thigh, you can. Take whatever space you need. Once you begin to feel that stretch in the right side body, you can keep the arms overhead even. Or to take it a little deeper, you can stack your right hand on top of your left, lengthening through that right side a little deeper. Walk your hands back through center and then towards your right. So actually focusing on the left side of the body here. Again, take the space you need, stack the lung on the chest, or on your thigh if you need. Once you feel that stretch in your left side, and keep the arms even overhead. Or for a little more, stack your left hand on top of your right, lengthening into the left side of the body. And once again, walking the hands, returning back through center. We're going to slide onto our belly, so if it feels good to shift forward to do so, feel free. Otherwise, you can come in however's most suitable for your body. I'm gonna lay this way because I'm nice and long. All right. So our legs are out long behind us. Okay. Our bellies are relaxed. Your glutes are relaxed. Your thighs. Start with your forearms to the mat, basically making the number 11, your wrist directly over your elbow, and your elbow in line with your shoulder. Have the elbows slightly away from the rib cage. If this is enough, hang here. If you want more, slowly walking the elbows in towards the chest. Perhaps the elbows come directly underneath the shoulder. Okay. You can also play with the positioning of the feet. You can bring your big toes together, so big toes to touch, basically the inside of the knees to touch. It creates one solid line from your toes to the crown of your head. You can walk your feet apart, which will drop your pubic bone down to the mat, creating extra support for your low body. So really, all that's doing the work here is the forearms pressed into the mat. Also enough so that our chest is lifted. You don't want your shoulders creeping up towards your ears. If your elbows are underneath your shoulders and you would like more still, as we continue to warm and open, or if you're ready now, I want you to turn your fingers out, basically like the pointer fingers trying to point towards the corners of your mat. You can even take your hands a little wider, spread through the fingers, pressing your palms into the mat. Begin to straighten the arms. There's a little bit more lift in your chest. This is called seal pose. Same concept here. The closer that you walk your hands towards your body, the deeper this back bend may feel. Just make sure you don't feel any crunchy, icky feelings in your low back. Okay? If there's any pain in the low spine, you've gone too far, come down. About 40 more seconds here. Last round of breath, so 10 more seconds. We're all going to bring our big toes to touch, knees together, using your forearms to walk. Walk your butt back towards your heels. So coming in for that narrow leg child's pose that we spoke of. Your arms are to the sides of your body this time, just relaxed. Or you can grab your heels, just a nice little rounding through the spine after that arch. So next we're going to move towards our shoulders. We're going to do what's called recline cow face arms. If you were seated or standing, it would look like this, sort of. Just working your hand up the back. On our backs, though, reclined, we're just going to use the one hand, palm facing down, slowly moving the hand up the spine to go deeper, okay? You'll want to be very mindful because the higher that the hand is, the more the shoulder blade will begin to press into the mat or whatever you're laying on. So we'll start on our right side, reclining onto your back. Slide your right hand underneath the back to your sacrum. That's the shelf-like figure in your lower spine, about 2 inches above your butt crack. Melt the body over the hand. Maybe this is enough for you here. We're beginning to draw the shoulder back. A lot of the postures that we have in our daily lives, like in our office chair, our car, what have you, we round our shoulders, so we're stretching in the opposite direction. Hold if this is enough. If you want more, as we spoke about, slowly walk your hand up your spine, almost like you're trying to reach the top of your back. But again, be mindful of the shoulder blade pressing into whatever you're laying on. If you'd like a little more, you can bring the soles of your feet together, knees to touch. So feet together, knees together. Shift your hips an inch or two towards your left. And drop both of your knees towards your right. So the knee will point in the same direction that the elbow is. Your left arm can stay open for a bit of a spinal twist. Or you can rest it to your side, on your belly, whatever feels most comfortable for you. 40 more seconds here, so 4 slow rounds of breath. Last 10 seconds. On your next inhale, if you drop the knees towards the right, return them through center. We're all going to lean towards our left, lifting the right side of the body so that we can release that right hand from behind. Melt through center, 1 round of breath in between, noticing the difference in the sides. Straight to the other side. So leaning towards your right, the back of the left hand goes to your low back, aka your sacrum. Melting the body back over. Again, the shoulder is being stretched back. So this may be more than enough for some of you here. If you want to go deeper, slowly walking the hand up the spine, palm faces down then. The higher up, the deeper that shoulder blade's gonna press into the mat, so be mindful of that. And if you want more still, in inside of the arches to touch, the inside of the knees to touch. So feet together, knees together. Shifting your hips an inch or two to the right. And then drop both of your knees towards the left. So again, the knees drop in the same direction that the elbow points. Your right arm can be open, adding this bit into a spinal twist. You can also drape the hand to your side or rest it on your abdomen, your chest, just whatever feels good for you here. 40 more seconds. Last breath. If you drop your knees to the left on your next inhale, return them back through center. We're all going to lean towards our right, lifting the left side of the body to release that left hand. Melt back through center, your arms are to your sides. One round the breath here. Now I want you to walk your feet as wide as the mat. If you're not on a mat, take it wider than your hips. Arms out wide to a T. Or you can come in for goalpost arms. So just bending at your elbows so you look like a goalpost. Drop both of your knees towards your right. Your left. You're gonna feel it on the right side though. Specifically the front of the right thigh, aka your quad. If this is enough for you here, hold. If you want a little more, you can either stack your left foot onto the top of that right thigh, just adding your weight. Or for even more, kind of an active stretch, pressing your left heel into the very top of the right thigh, just above your knee. It'll engage the front side of that thigh deeper as the right hip begins to press higher towards the ceiling. Just make sure that right shoulder stays melted to the earth. Thirty more seconds here. Last inhale. Last exhale. Inhale, return your knees back through center. Exhale, drop them both towards your right. Focus on our left side here. hang if this is enough. To add that weight, stacking the right foot to the top, aka the side of the left thigh. Or to really engage that quad, pressing your right heel to the top of the thigh just above your knee. It'll press the hip more up towards the ceiling. Just keep that left shoulder blade melted to the earth beneath you. Thirty more seconds here. Last inhale. Last exhale. On your next inhale, return the knees back through center. Walk them in. Return your arms more to your sides. This time your feet will just be as wide as your hips. Heels in towards your bum. So maybe if you reach back, you can touch the back of your heels with your fingertips. Of course, there's always the exception. If you have shorter arms, you're not going to be able to within reason. So just so long as you feel like there's a decent bend in your knees. Ground through your left foot. We're going to start on our right hip first. So stacking your right ankle or just above your right ankle onto your left thigh. The knee naturally opens towards the right and your right foot is flexed. So you're pressing the heel away to keep your knees safe. Scanning into your body. This may be enough. If you just need a little more, you can press your right hand into your right knee or thigh to open it out. You can walk that left heel closer towards your left bum. Before a more significant stretch, you'll float that left leg. It'll give you the freedom to interlace your hands around that left thigh, just beneath the back of the knee. Bottom knee can be bent, or if you want to add a hamstring stretch, straighten that leg, flexing the foot. But either way, using that left thigh, drawing it in so that the right shin moves closer towards your chest. If you feel like your tailbone is lifting, that's fine. But if you have your shin to your chest and your tailbone is lifted, try pressing it into the mat, see if that feels a little deeper. Or you can press your elbow into your right thigh as you hug the left thigh towards you to open it a little more deeper. Just for those of you, like I said, who can draw your right shin all the way to your chest. Thirty more seconds here. Last inhale, see where you can lengthen through the body. Last exhale, just taking this as deeply as you can, safely and comfortably in your body. Inhale, return that left foot back to the mat. Exhale and stack the right ankle. Return the right foot to the mat. Ground through that foot. Now it's going to be the stabilizing or grounding foot to begin. Stack your left ankle or just above your ankle onto your right thigh. The knee naturally opens left. The foot is flexed again. Save your knee. Like you're pressing your heel away from you. If this is enough here, or you just need a smidge more, you can press your left hand into your left knee or thigh to open it out. You can walk that right heel all the way up to your right bum. But if you need more of a stretch, still float that right leg, interlace your hands around the back of that right thigh just beneath your knee. And again, gently drawing that left shin closer towards your chest. The bottom leg can be relaxed so that the knee is bent. If you want to add a hamstring stretch, you can straighten that right leg, heel pressing towards the ceiling. Still drawing the thigh and the shin closer towards your chest. If you are somebody who can already draw your shin all the way to your chest, maybe you want to interlace your hands around the front of your right shin. That'll give you a little bit more space to draw in. I also, like I said on the other side, or you, while you have your hands wrapped around the back of the right thigh, use your left elbow to press into your left thigh, the side of it, so it opens it more. "30 more seconds here, so 3 slow, steady rounds of breath. Last inhale. See where you can grow and lengthen, most likely through your spine. On your exhale, just taking it as deeply as you can, safely and comfortably in your body. On your next inhale, return that right foot to the mat. Exhale to unstack the left ankle. Open your arms wide to a T. We're going to bring the inside of the arches to touch, the knees to touch. So feet together, knees together. The feet are still in towards your bum. Pressing into your feet, lift your hips. Swing them 2 to 4 inches to your left and set them back down. Then float your feet from the mat so that your knees are at least stacked over your hips. Your ankles are in line with your knees, so that 90-degree bend. You can draw the knees in closer though for a tighter twist. But dropping both of your knees towards your right. We're really focusing on our left side here. So you want that left shoulder heavy melted to the earth behind you.
Scanning through the left side of your body. Just making sure it's not too far, too fast. If having the legs all the way to the mat or the floor is a bit much, use that pillow or that blanket or towel rolled up, place it underneath the knee or the calf, or even between the thighs. If the right side feels good, you just need some lift on your left. Okay. On the other hand, if you want to help yourself go deeper, bring your right hand to your top thigh. Completely relax into that right arm, just adding your natural body weight so that gravity can slowly take you deeper. Also, if you want to add this into your neck, aka your cervical spine, you can gaze over your left shoulder or to your left palm. Thirty more seconds here. Final inhale. See where you can grow and lengthen. So through your spine, through that left arm. Final exhale, taking this twist as deeply as you can, safely and comfortably in your body. On your next inhale, return your knees back through center. Realign the hips with the shoulders, so just scoot them over a little. Once again, pressing our feet into the mat, lift our hips, swing them 2 to 4 inches to your right, set them back down. Float your feet, think of that 90-degree bend, and drop both of your knees towards your left. So this side, we're focusing on our right. You want the right shoulder heavy, melted to the earth beneath you or behind you. Scanning and checking the right side of the body. Again, if you need to lift the ground up, use that pillow or your rolled up blanket underneath your knee or your calf to lift the ground up. You can place it also between the thighs. Or to go deeper, your left hand comes to the top of that right thigh, just above the knee basically. Relaxing through that entire left arm, just adding that body weight so that gravity will continue to draw the knees or to assist gravity as it draws the knees deeper towards the left. And again, if you want to add it into your neck, aka your cervical spine, you can gaze over your right shoulder or to your right palm. 30 more seconds here. Final inhale, see where you can lengthen and grow. Final exhale, taking this as deeply as you can, safely and comfortably in your body. Inhale, return the knees back through center. From here, you can get ready for your Shavasana. Or if there are any last movements or postures you'd like to take that you feel you missed from your practice, feel free to do so as well. Now.
If you have a rag that you'd like to use or an eye pillow, feel free. Settle back, finding your pose of rest. If it feels nice to close your eyes, do so. Also, again, if you want to use that eye pillow, eye rag, feel free. But once again, allowing the belly to be soft. The entire body is relaxed. The earth beneath you is holding you and keeping you safe in your sacred space, wherever you're at. Your breath is deeper, more nourishing, able to radiate from the crown of the head into all of the nooks and the crannies in the body, to the tips of the toes. The body is warm, worked, and opened. Hopefully feeling more at home within your skin and bones. The mind calm, quiet, clear like a bright blue sky. There's nothing else you have to do, nowhere else you have to be except right here. Drifting gently and peacefully into your Shavasana. Slowly coming back to your breath, using that to lead and guide yourself back into the space, back into your body, into the here and now. Returning energy first, wiggling the fingers and the toes, rocking your head from side to side. Maybe as if it's the first time you're waking today, you extend the arms up and overhead for that nice, gentle, full body stretch. Taking a deeper breath, filling up the belly, filling up the chest. And as you exhale, rolling onto your favorite side of the body, pausing and landing in the fetal position with your head to your bicep, pillow, blanket. The eyes remain closed. Sipping in one more moment of rest, relaxation, and peace. May your life be free of suffering. May your heart be open. May your body be filled with joy and with ease. May you share your gifts with the world. And may you know your true self in this lifetime. Namaste. From all of us at Intent, we love you and we can't wait to get back to you. Stay well.